Hello, everyone. This is Harriet Patrick Barron, author, speaker, mom, caretaker, wife. I'm a whole bunch of stuff, encourager, motivator. Hats off to you, girlfriend, for all that you do. All you moms, wives, pastors, first ladies, school teachers, doctors, nurses. Look, y'all be handling business. And brother, man, men of God that be caretaking for families. Some of y'all are teachers, pastors, ministers, dads, brothers, cousins. In any role that you play, God bless you, and you need strength to wear multiple hats successfully. Listen, y'all, there's a common mistake that couples make, and singles. But as couples, sometimes, especially maybe when you first get married, if your family is very involved with you, or his family is very involved with him, sometimes you may get this thing where we just want to be together without our family, everybody all up in my business. And sometimes, y'all, I don't want you to get so carried away with everybody's all up in my business. Let's just move away. Let's just go start all over. It sounds good, but let me tell you about reality. Me and my husband said that we were just tired of everybody being all up in our business. And you know those churches where everyone is family and you are family and your church family. It can be a bit much, but you know what? It is what it is. When you think about it, there's no better support for your pastor or minister than his family or her family usually. So, but it's a two-edged sword. Trying to pastor your family can also be very tough as well. But y'all listen, my husband and I, we're going to move away. Now, this was years ago. So we just tired of everybody. His family's close, my family's close. That joker got to acting up. And he won't mind me saying this. My husband was out of control. When I tell you, left God, left the church. I don't know if he's trying to leave me or not, but that joker was acting up, out of control. There's nothing I could do. He was just, as the young folks say, wilding. Do you know who I called? I called his mama, and I snuck and called his daddy. Okay, I sure did. I made the call. Look, I need some help here. This joker's wilding. I can't do nothing with him. He's finna, I don't know what he's finna do, but he was wilding. Look, Carolyn, I need you to pay us a visit. Hey, I got on the phone, Mr. B. I need you to, can you pay us a visit? Because the boy is straight tripping. Worked through that situation. He got back with the Lord, got straightened out, actually seen the doctor, and he was having a medical condition because he wasn't dealing with it. That joker just went, but really he was having a medical problem, and it made him just crazy. You know what I mean? And I don't mean a mental illness. I mean a physical problem that if left unchecked, you would literally act like you're losing your mind, and your chemicals, you're just off, Anyway, we got him all straightened out. Thank the Lord I had my husband back. We worked through that. Well, guess what? Some years later, do you know who was acting up? Don't tell nobody, y'all. Okay, I was wilding. Now, I didn't act out crazy, but something happened where I kind of lost it. Okay, and then years later, something happened where, we don't want to, involve our family. We tired of everybody in our business. Do you know what happened when we needed help? Guess who we called? Our family, who was close in proximity. And then when I got to, I was pregnant with my last child. I had a baby that was less than a year old, and I was pregnant and having a very troubled pregnancy. Went to a doctor's appointment. The doctor was like, "You're not leaving here. We're keeping you." I was in there for months. Well, you know what happened? Because we had a little baby that was going to be left with daddy. And he like, "Oh, Lord." Oh, Lord, no. Do you know who he called? He called my mother. He's like, "Wait a minute. They keeping baby in the hospital. I don't know how to take care of this baby. I need some help. Please come down and help us." So you see, he needed help. He called my mama. I called his mom and daddy. Yeah, and I know y'all can relate. So y'all listen, what I'm saying is, it sounds good to say we're tired of our family being all up in our business. We're tired. We're going to move on. It sounds great, just you and him against the world. But I want you to, reality, especially if you have children, something is going to happen in life where you will need some help. You don't know when it's going to happen. I'm not saying y'all got to live in the same house, or you got to live in the same town as your parents or whatever, but at least try to be in the same state if possible. Now, this is just a word of wisdom. Y'all know it's wisdom if you have kids. If there's any way to have any family, I don't mean parents, it could be your cousin, it could be, good Lord, second cousin, it could be in-laws, outlaws, whatever it is, have some family on either his side or your side or both sides. Have a family member somewhere closer to you. Now, y'all, sometimes that's not possible. You may have had to relocate for a job or another situation. If that's the case, get you a close network of friends. If you got a close network of friends that can offer some kind of support, especially if you have children, because something can happen to you where, oh my God, now you're in a situation, okay, who's going to take care of your children if something happens to you? What will happen to your children with no family around, no friends around? Y'all, I'm telling you, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. And let's even take it a step further. Let's say worst case scenario, you have no close family, you have no close friends. How about even developing a relationship, a bond so strong with extended family, at least by phone, by text, whatever y'all got to do to keep in contact with each other. Keep that contact open in case something were to happen to you. They would still know who to call. That could still make arrangements to come there with you. Okay? So I'm just saying, at least if they can't be there physically, worst case scenario, still have that connection with friends. Still have that connection with family. Worst case if something were to happen to you, and I'm not even saying you're dying in trouble, just something happening. Maybe you got a serious health problem that you didn't know you had, and now you're dealing with it, but you cannot do that and take care of your children. You will need help eventually. Okay? So I'm just trying to keep us reality check. Don't be so, I'm tired of everybody being all in my business, I'm tired of my family, because you will need those exact people most of the time. Somewhere in your life, you're going to need help. I had to see this child protective case years ago, y'all. This is just an example. And this lady, you know, she left her family, had a good family. I mean, they were really good people. But she went on another path, ran off with this man, started a new life with all her kids and all this stuff. She got physically ill, and we had to intervene. And guess what? It was several children, more than 3 children that were very close. Well, when mother got ill, these children were now going to be placed in foster care. And I asked her, is there anybody who we can, I don't have any family, I don't have any friends, I ain't got nobody. When we got through breaking it down, these children are fixing to be placed in foster care. They will most likely be separated because there's several of them. And that's when it hit her. Oh my God. She said, well, we're not close. Honey, I said, you better pick up that phone. Do you want your kids separated in foster care? Because you're not talking to your family. Okay, no. Okay, so she thought about it. She came up with a phone number. And I mean, it was a good relative who could financially and physically support all these children. And they had been looking for her, a very open, good family, no issues, no problem. That member came and picked up all those children and cared for them, and then came back and got her and took care of her years later. I mean, some months later. So look, because you went on a different road, that's no excuse to break bonds with your family. And y'all, if you did go down a different path, it's not too late to try to say, y'all, I'm sorry, I messed up. I'm sorry, I burned my bridges with my family. I did this and that. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And try your best to repair those broken bonds, because if not for you, do it for your children. If something were to happen to you, would your children have any relatives that could possibly care for them, or even get to know them, or even intervene if something happened? If you don't need anybody, your children do. So y'all, I know this is a good talk, and I want y'all to really chew on this. Especially if you've had the attitude like I had and my husband had, we're just tired of our family. And this is years ago, been all in our business, and everybody was involved. I'm not saying your family has to be overly involved, but y'all, sometimes it's the couple being sensitive, because everybody's, we all need to be held accountable. Okay, so sometimes we feel like we're being held too accountable, and it can bother your nerves. And yeah, you do need some room as a married couple, and your family needs to give you that room. But there are cases, don't go to the extreme of moving all the way with nobody. If you cannot be with your family, at least try to develop a strong bond. Find some friends and develop a strong friended relationship. Find a church and develop a strong bond with your church family. Something that can support you. It's called a safety net, which means if I fall, who can catch me? Who can catch my children? If something were to happen to me, I need help. And my message is, y'all, every now and then, I'm telling you, everybody needs help sometime.